All right, thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Vulcan Report, Special Edition Black Ops Trading. I'm going to attempt to answer all of your questions regarding how to use the spreadsheet and do it more effectively. And we have several examples we're going to go over. The first thing you're going to want to note is when you receive your spreadsheet, you're going to notice that there are three tabs located at the bottom left-hand side. The first tab is your complete list. The second tab is your hit list, and the third tab is your Pulsewave daily. Okay. Now, the complete list is an alphabetical listing of all the securities that are being covered in the system. The number of securities being covered in the system will vary from time to time. Sometimes it will be very limited. Other times there will be quite a few things on here. It just depends. The next column is the hit list. This tab is the tab that I'm using. This is the tab I use every day. I use the hit list. And the hit list has a number of securities that I follow and trade on a daily basis. The hit list is special because it entails Forex futures and stock ETFs. And everything that's on this hit list has a viable options market attached to it, so I'm able to trade options in these. These are the most highly liquid and the most volatile, the most bang for your buck securities that I trade. So this is what I do. And I include this tab in the spreadsheet so that you can get an idea of what I'm looking at and how I'm operating in the market from day to day. All right, the Pulsewave Daily, this is where you live. This is for you. These are everything that's on the complete list and the hit list. And it's not in alphabetical order. It's in Pulsewave order, meaning that all your Pulsewave signals are first. And those are the ones highlighted in gold, okay? Your next important thing will be your resistance highs and your 2-bar Charlies, okay? 2-bar Charlies are the light blue right here, all right? Now, as we're just going to start from right to left. Let's do that. Let's start from right to left. All right, the first column you see here is your ticker symbol, obviously. It's self-explanatory. The second column you see is your bull trend column. This column is extremely important because it highlights and picks up a bull trend in a particular security. If it's trending and it's in a bullish pattern, it's going to pick it up. Even if that bullish pattern may be weak, meaning that it's been bullish and now it's kind of consolidating or pulling back, it's still going to pick that up and let you know where the long-term trend is in a security. And that's what it does. So if there's a 1 in the column, it means that particular security is in a bull market. If there is a 0 in that column, it means that it is neutral to bearish. Okay? Likewise, the next column is your bear trend column. Same as the bull trend column, but it picks up bear market trends and cycles on a longer term view. A 1 means it's a bear market. A 0 means it is neutral to bullish. Likewise, if you hit a column like here, let's use Verizon as an example, you'll notice that there are 2 zeros here. That means the market is fully consolidated. It is consolidated. It is in a holding pattern, meaning that it's trading within a range. And that range can be a narrow range, or that range can be a very wide range. Okay? And that's what it's telling you. So in a security like this, most of the time you will notice, unless something special has happened with the price action, that you will not get a buy signal. Okay? You notice there is no buy signal here. Likewise, we are picking up a positive bot check. All right, a little vocabulary for you guys, for those of you who are new. A positive bot check means that we're picking up negative pulse wave activity in that security. It could mean that a significant price action occurrence took place, such as picking up selling pressure either in the options market or in the within the bid ask and the market depth, or some other algorithms are being picked up and it's picking up any kind of suspicious or questionable price activity in a security, and it picks out its bearishness. It picks up selling, whether it be secret or if it's not being manifest in the system or not. It picks it up, and it's a leading indicator, which means it usually leads the market 3 to 5 days out. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the security is going to sell off the next day. It's just a warning letting you know that selling activity is picking up in that security. Now, there are times where it will turn on a dime. As soon as you get the negative bot check, bam, the bottom falls out. All right, it's important when you're looking at those negative bot checks. It doesn't matter if it's a consolidated market, a bearish market, or a bullish market. When you get those negative bot checks, you really need to take notice and use caution when you're buying the security. On another note, the system was designed with a long bias, sort of like a buy only or a long only strategy, if you will. It is biased to the long only. So for the most part, you're looking for things to buy. Okay. There is a selling aspect built into the system as well, where you can short sell securities, and we'll get into that a little later. This is just another updated introductory video. We'll get into some strategies in a later video, but right now I just want you to familiarize yourself with the spreadsheet and all its functionalities, because it is very in-depth and very detailed, and there's a lot of things you can do with this spreadsheet. It is designed primarily for swing trading, but it can also be used for intraday day trading as well. And all these features and aspects are built into the system. All right, getting to the next column is your stop and reverse. Your stop and reverse is your negative Pulsewave column. That is giving you where to place your stops. These are your initial stops when you buy a security. All right. Now, this is based on where the trend line support is in a security. It's also based on the negative Pulsewave aspect. If this price is violated, it usually means that another leg down is forming. If it's already in a bear market, if it's in a bull market, it's a warning that a short-term top has been reached, and we could possibly see a cascading effect and see a major trend change come into play here, meaning that we'll go from a bull market to a bear market. So like one day you could see a 1 in the bear column, and then the next day you see a 1 in the bull column, meaning the trend has just changed, okay, from bullish to bearish, or from bearish to bullish, okay? So this number is very important. This is where you sell short at, all right? So if you were long Verizon, and let's say $32.27, your initial stop will be put at $31.95. All right, if you're stopped out there, then you're probably going to be looking to sell short on the next day if we get another confirmed negative bot check. All right, your negative bot check is your sell signal. All right, that's your cautionary sell signal. It means at the stop and reverse price, that's where you're looking to liquidate long positions and start to initiate short positions. But we'll get into a little bit more of that aspect a little later on. All right, the next column is your support low. Your support low is showing you where the intraday support will be found in the security, and that's actually a good place to buy. It's your primary buying point. It is rare that a security will touch that support price in a given day, especially in a bullish market. It is rare, but sometimes it does happen, and it'll go a little bit even below that. That's cool. You can buy at this price. That's fine. Your next primary entry point is at the 2-bar Charlie. That's where you're going to want to buy it. That's your intraday or day trade buying price. It's rare that a security will test that also, especially in very powerful bullish trending markets. It will be rare when you see that violated. Okay, that's a rare thing as well. But it's your primary one of your primary entry points. So the support level on 2-bar Charlie is the first place you're looking to buy when you're buying a security. If there is a 1 and the 2-bar Charlie buy, that means that the 2-bar Charlie price is in play for the next day, and so is the support low. If there's no 1 there and it's a 0, then the 2-bar Charlie is not in play for that security. The next column is your resistance buy. If there's a 1 there, that means that the resistance high price is in play, and you'll be looking to buy there. Okay, and your last entry price is at the Pulsewave breakout price. Now let me explain the Pulsewave breakout. The Pulsewave breakout price is your confirmation of a Pulsewave breakout. In other words, let's find an actual example here in the spreadsheet where you can get an idea of how this works in real time. Let's see. Okay, here's a good one right here. Let's look at what's this? Triquint Semiconductor. Ticker symbol here is TQNT. All right, it has a Pulsewave breakout price of $11.49. However, the Pulsewave resistance was at 11.02. That means that you missed that 11.02 breakout. Okay, if you missed that, you have a confirmation here to buy the Pulsewave resistance breakout price of 11.49 today. All right, because we have a 1 in the Pulsewave buy column. That means that either the Pulsewave resistance price is in play or the Pulsewave breakout price is in play. How do you know that? All right, the conservative entry, as you've been instructed, is with the Pulsewave breakout, a confirmation of a Pulsewave breakout. What that means is if the Pulsewave resistance price was taken out in the prior trading day session and we managed to close above that, then you'll get a buy signal here for the following session so that you can now get in on the beginning of the next bullish phase cycle. Pulsewave buys are your strongest signals because they usually show you the beginning of the next leg in a bull phase, and the markets usually run like crazy from these prices. So these are your primary entry points. So this is what it will look like. If your Pulsewave breakout price is higher than your Pulsewave resistance and you have a 1 in the column, that's a conservative entry point confirmation signal to buy at the Pulsewave breakout price, which is this column here. PPWBO Pulsewave breakout. Okay, that's what that is. Likewise, if let's use another example here, something that everyone is familiar with. Let's use VeriSign, ticker symbol VRSN. You'll note that today's Pulsewave is at 35.63. The Pulsewave breakout is at 35.46, and we have a 1 in the Pulsewave buy column. 35.63 is greater than 35.46, which means that the Pulsewave has not been broken out yet. So you could actually, an aggressive play would be buying the 35.46 or buying the 35.63 right now because you have a Pulsewave signal. That's the aggressive entry point, buying either one of these prices. Another aggressive entry point would be buying both this price and then adding to the long position when this price is hit. So you could actually go in and place 2 buy tickets, place a buy stop limit here at this price and a buy stop limit here at this price. And you could work it that way. There's several different strategies of working the system, but I'm just giving you an idea of how to work it and how to read, instead of saying, hey, what's a good one to play today? Well, the spreadsheet says that everything that has a 1 in the column is a good play. So, and when you have pulse waves too, you can also try to enter on the 2-bar Charlie or the support low, especially if there's a 1 here. Try to enter here first. That's a good aggressive entry. And then add to the position as you hit here, here, and here. All right, that's it for now as far as the introductory is concerned. We'll do some follow-up videos with actual strategies and techniques. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to Black Ops Trading.